everyone. In today's video, we are going to discuss about passing input to a COBOL program using JCL parameter, JCL parm value. Now, JCL parm is a keyword parameter which is mentioned alongside an execute step into our JCL. And in the COBOL program, the passed value from the parm keyword is read into the linkage section, and from there on it can be used into the procedure division. So in today's video we're gonna see about the parm keyword. We'll begin with the COBOL program and then change the JCL and submit the JCL, and we'll see the output into our sysout. For the today's video, we'll use a modern interface, that is a Visual Studio Code. And so let's begin with the video. I'll go into my Zoe Explorer and log into my mainframe access. So here you can see I've already logged in. Try to refresh all my dataset list over here. I have my datasets over here and I have my job lists over here. As you can see now, a TSU is active, so my connection is set up. I'm waiting for my datasets to get refreshed. So one way of passing input data to a COBOL program is using a parm parameter, which is very helpful for many applications. So let us begin. Now my dataset list is visible over here. I'll go into my learn.cobol library, and from there I'll check into a COBOL parameter program. So now this is my COBOL structure. uh, Two things that are required into our COBOL program, which is accepting an input from a JCL parameter keyword, is uh, a linkage section. We need to define a linkage section into our working storage data division. So a linkage section is defined. At first level, I'll give the structure name, that is ls parm. It can be any name. I've given it ls parm. Sub level, I'll define a parm dot length and a text value or a data value. Why we are defining a length and a text is because the parm string which is passed from the JCL is of a variable length, so it becomes mandatory to find out the length. This would be of a binary structure. As parm data, maximum limit or maximum data that can be passed from a parm JCL is of 100 byte. So I'll give 100 byte over here. Can be any data structure that you want to give, but not more than 100 if you are using a parm keyword to pass input data to a COBOL program. So now, as you can see here, we have defined a linkage section into a COBOL program. Another thing that is needed is to define a procedure division with uh, the mention of using this particular data structure into a linkage section, that is ls parm. So the procedure division knows now that we are using a linkage section with a data structure of ls parm. To see, to view the output, will this on a spool, in our spool will display some, we'll add a display, we'll display a length value of that string, we'll display the data value of that string, and stop run the program to stop the program execution. So I'll save this dataset, it will get uploaded into my mainframe. So now the dataset is uploaded successfully. So now we are done with the COBOL program. We have mentioned a linkage section, and now we are using the linkage section data level into our procedure division. This is done. Let us move to the JCL. In the JCL, what are we gonna do is, let me first change this from plain text to JCL. Now yes, this looks good. So here the JCL is a simple JCL. First step does a COBOL compilation. Second step is a execution of the load module. Let me check if the source library is correct, the COBOL program is correct, load module is given. So here what needs to be added is, in our execute tab we need to mention a parm keyword parameter, that is parm, and from here we define with a single quote any string that needs to be passed into the program. I'll say welcome to mainframe. So now the parm parameter is having this particular string value which will be passed into a COBOL program, and JCL looks good. I'll save this JCL, wait for it to get saved. So now the dataset is uploaded successfully. I'll right click onto the JCL and submit the job. Now the job is submitted. My job ID is 0423. So into my job listing I'll see whatever the job that I have. So as you can see, a job 0423 submitted job is executed with a successful execution code of 0000. Let's see our sysout. So in the sysout you can see the length of the string, that is 21, and the string data that we have. In Visual Code, this values, binary values will be shown in this question, but let's ignore this for the time being. But the parm string that we pass into a COBOL program is displayed, and the length value is also visible. So this is a successful run. We were able to view how to pass the input string. We have to pass an input data using parm parameter into a COBOL program, with the one limitation that we cannot pass more than 100 bytes of data in it. In order to pass more than 100 bytes of data into a COBOL program, we can use another keyword parameter, that is a parmdd, which we'll see into our next videos. But for now, thank you for watching the video.